So the Impossible Meat company has just been caught up in tons of litigation and losing a lot of consumer sentiment. I mean, I don't see people be like, you know what I could go for today? An Impossible burger.
I haven't even tried these yet. Should I try one? Back in my day, we didn't have a whatnot, you know? No, you don't know. If you go Chipotle and you don't go spicy ranch, like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Oh yeah, oh geez. Pineapple.
All right, we're here live at the Growdega. So we're gonna talk today in the Growdega about Impossible Meats. Now, Impossible Burger, everyone's seen it. It's on the shelf. You probably had one yourself. Not really too much to write home about, right? I mean, wow, you take a bite, you're like, wow, this tastes like meat. Okay, great. But then the second time you go to the store, you're gonna buy it again? Not unless you're like dating a vegan or you know, you're conscious about the environment, right? But that's really it. No, I mean, I don't see people be like, you know what I could go for today? An Impossible Burger. 2021, they had a $7.5 billion valuation. You guys know what it's today? Anyone want to take a guess? No? No guesses. 2021, 7.5 billion. Today, 1.5 billion. So what happened? How do you go from 7.5 billion and you're like the promised child of the industry, and then you go, you know, all of a sudden you crash? Like what goes, you know, that's not a good thing, right? Now, this is because Impossible Meats has seen a lot of litigation. They've spent millions of dollars in litigation. They've gone after companies like Impossible X, a company that was just like a wellness company, not even in the food space. And they tried to get this all the way to the Supreme Court. U.S. Supreme Court declined to accept on appeal. It's now still going through the court systems. You had Impossible Foods also go after Motif Foods. They had essentially a heme, which is when you squeeze the Impossible meat and that, like, it looks like blood comes out. It's like a synthetic blood, heme, they call it. Motif Foods had their own equivalent. Impossible sued them, millions of dollars spent in litigation. Again, something else here that, you know, gets caught up in the court systems. Ultimately, they settled. I think it was some type of merger between the two, and now parties remain committed to advancing the plant-based meat alternative food industry through innovation, collaboration, and fair competition, and are united in their belief that plant-based foods play a critical role in addressing global environmental challenges while providing consumers with delicious and nutritious alternatives. I mean, the resolution here between Impossible and Motif was that they just partnered up. So even though Impossible accused Motif of IP theft, Motif argued that their parties' proteins were different and that many of the inventions claimed in Impossible Foods patents were obvious and disclosed in the prior art. That's really interesting. So FoodWorks heme protein is identical to bovine myoglobin, which is found in the muscle tissue of cows. So, you know, the idea here is that there was just not enough room in the space. This mirrors a broader cooling in the ulterior protein industry that's happening overall. You're seeing like a lot of these, like, there's a lot of focus on like the chicken nugget space, like plant-based chicken nuggets. You know, a couple years ago, you go to the market, there's like 20 options. Now, that whole industry's crashed. Like a lot of these like Nugs and all these other companies that had these plant-based meats have either been consolidated or gone out of business, or both. So it's just a question about how the industry is evolving and what consumer sentiment is looking for. Ultimately, I'm not really seeing many people in this space who are just clamoring to get their hands around these alternative meats. You know, I'm going to the trade shows. A couple years ago, you go to a trade show, you're trying a new chicken nugget. That's a fake chicken, plant-based chicken nugget or plant-based everything. And now the only thing I'm seeing that I'm actually excited about is a plant-based bacon from the company My Bacon. I mean, the product actually is delicious. It's a mushroom-based bacon, you know? It looks like bacon, tastes like bacon, cooks like bacon. Problem though, the space, when you look at the alternative meat space, market cap opportunity for the space, the TAM, the total addressable market, is $20 million or something. It's like under $50 million. So you can't go out and raise money for your, you know, alternative bacon concept unless you got someone to go get money from. And I don't know many people are being like, yo, let's put money into something, where a couple years ago it was the opposite. You know, Impossible's still around. A 1.5 billion market cap is still pretty high. It's not something to be, you know, dismiss. But where does the industry go from here? And they're looking into other types of products, you know, like expanding into chicken and pork. But the balance between the legal costs and consumer love falling off you know, this is going to be something they got to navigate over the next couple of years. You know, I'd love to see what the sales look like. We can actually pull up the sales right now in real time here. Got our Grovara data cheat sheet right here. So we can tell you exactly how Impossible is done in the last 12 months. Let's pull up the real numbers here in real time here. Okay, so Impossible right now, straight from the source, our numbers are showing that in the last 12 months, wow, they've done $174,192,964 here in the US. That's down 15.2% from the 12 months before. Not what you want to see. Now, if you think about the multiple in the space, about 10x versus sales, you know, you're looking at like a 1.5 billion market cap. That's on point right now. But the fact that they keep falling, though, that's got to be a little bit scary. If you're the CEO, Peter McGinnis over at Impossible, Peter McGinnis says the company's biggest growth opportunity is with consumers who eat some meat. Well, that's interesting, right? Because if you're watching this now and you're saying, I eat some meat, but like, are you going to, if you're sitting at the restaurant, it's got the Impossible burger or a regular burger, and you eat some meat, are you going to go, what's going to take for you to get to that Impossible burger? I'm thinking like just here myself, like I eat everything. I'm probably going to stick to my traditional burger, given the totality of the circumstance. It's not like the Impossible product is like a healthier, better for me product. It just, no animal was killed in the process of making that burger. So is that an attractive quality for me? Long term, I don't know what's going to happen. There has been an uptick in a lot of people watching YouTube videos and now becoming vegans, you know, or having some type of alternative food interests, right? So that's interesting to target that demographic from an Impossible standpoint. But I'm curious about how Peter's going to keep getting more market share. You know, you got this flexitarian group of people like myself who can really just like cater to all types of needs, but is it going to be a new packaging? Is it going to be a new branding? Is it going to be, you know, a price differentiation? Because I go to the stores, the Impossible burger is just as expensive as a regular burger. I mean, so it's not really a price thing per se, but like, how am I going to make the jump from being a full-time meat carnivore to someone who's going to be like, you know what, actually, today I'm going to eat the healthier or the burger that didn't, and no animal was killed in the process. Okay, so the Impossible Meat company has just been caught up in tons of litigation. You know, really just taking like a fortification approach to defending their IP and the name Impossible itself, and losing a lot of consumer sentiment. You know, people are turned off by the idea that these guys are just going out litigating their way to the top. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about the alternative meat industry, let us know here. If you got a new alternative meat product, you let us know. We'll try it here in the Growdega. We'll go live. I got a lot of people here who are looking to try some alternative meats. You know? No, they're not. No. All right, we got some carnivores here looking at me like I'm crazy. But I can tell you this much. If you want more information here from the Growdega, like, comment, subscribe, and always go global.